Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cindy. Well, hello again. Hello to 2020 or hello to April. So I did some reading because of what is going on right now in the world. So I read some books in March and I am going to be doing a reading wrap up. I read 4 books and I'm very proud of myself. So let's get on to it. The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelis. This book came out quite a while and I heard numerous rave about it, and I finally decided to pick it up because I was in the mood for a mystery and thriller. So basically this book is about a woman who is a famous painter, and that changed over one night because she is found with a knife near herself and when her husband got murdered. So she is the prime suspect. They think she is the killer and she does not say anything at all to defend herself. She stays mute or quiet. So that's why they think she is very psychotic and has a mental problem. So they send her to a mental asylum. I thought this book was written really well. The writer did a fantastic job at telling this story from 2-person point of view. That of Alicia, the murderer, and that of Theo, the psychotherapist who she meets at the mental asylum. This book had many twists and turns to the point where I start questioning, did Alicia really kill her husband or not, or is there a deeper story in this? And oh my god, this writer did amazing with this story. He pulled it really well. I was so surprised at how this story unveiled. That was why I gave this book a rating of 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. Fairest by Marissa Meyer. This is book 3.5 in the Lunar Chronicles. I'm pretty sure if you are a long-time viewer, you will know it's been a very long time since I have talked about the Lunar Chronicle. I finished reading it a couple years ago. I would say about 2 or 3 years ago. And the only book I have not yet read from that series was Fairest, which is a story or a background story about Queen Lavanna and how she came to what she is known as the evil Queen of Luna. I thought this book was very heartbreaking to read because I got to know why Queen Lavanna became what she was. You know what? Let me just call her Lavanna because she wasn't queen yet in this book. She was just Lavanna, the nice sister who has heavy burn on herself that she has to use her glamour to disguise all her burn because she's very self-cautious. This book is about how Lavanna fell in love with a royal guard and how she became who she was. And it really, as I said before, breaks my heart reading this story because she only wants to be loved and give love. And she was giving out so much love, but she was not getting it back. And to the point where it was very painful for me to read this book because I felt her pain, and I never thought I would feel the pain for this villain because this villain was just so, you know, in the Lunar Chronicle, she caused so much chaos in that series for Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Winter. I gave Fairest 3 out of 5 stars. It was a good read. I really like jumping back into the Lunar Chronicle. The Next Person You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. This is a sequel to The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. I read that book a very long time ago when I was still in college. It was a great read, very enlightening, and it had very meaningful annotates. And this story has the very same idea. It's very inspiring, enlightening, and it teaches you life lessons. This one is, if you haven't read Five People You Meet in Heaven, this one follows the story of Annie. She is the little girl that Eddie rescued at the end. Meet Annie at a point in her story where she's getting married to Pablo. But everything doesn't go as well because sooner she finds herself in heaven meeting 5 people. So I gave the next 5 people you meet in heaven a 4 out of 5 stars, right? Yeah, I did. Because it was very, I don't know, very different from the most of the other books I read where there is a very like fantasy or mystery kind of story driven. This one's very like inspirational, very enlightening driven for me. The House of Salt and Sorrow by Aaron Craig. This is I believe is a YA high fantasy. This is a fairy tale retelling of the Grimm's brother fairy tale. I think 12 dancing sisters or dancing princess. Yeah, 12 dancing sisters. I did it right. Oh my. Sorry. This Salt Kingdom has 12 princesses. All of a sudden, these 12 princesses slowly start to die off, meaning someone is trying to kill them. And we have the protagonist, I believe that's what you call her, or the main character, Anna Lynn, trying to figure out who is trying to kill her and her sister. And this book, you might think, oh, it's just like a fantasy, but it goes to kind of paranormal activity kind of genre, which I like because I like my fantasy, but I like a little bit paranormal to it. I liked how the character was built. There was background to each characters, and I just really like how the story was, this fairy tale was retold. I liked the ending. It was just like a very like happy ever after. A spoiler alert to whoever hasn't read this book yet. It's a standalone book, so you don't have to worry about any sequel following afterwards. I think I like this book overall. That's why I gave this book, I think, like 4 out of 5 stars. So I'm very proud of myself. I read 4 books in March, and right now we are in April, so I am on my way to finishing some books, and I'm gonna share with you guys at the end of April. So guys, and thank you for watching. Stay tuned for upcoming videos, and I will see you soon. Bye! And stay safe, guys.